from Jill Richardson from Marigold Hospice Care. Jill.
Good evening. I'm Jill Richardson, one of the board members of Marigold Hospice Care. I would like to start by thanking Kelly and Helen for the nomination and all the 100 women who care who have made us part of your giving circle this evening. I would also like to acknowledge the other nominees, Art with a Heart and Durham Elder Abuse Network. I'd like to tell you my story, why. I have been working on this hospice project for the past 10 years. My husband, Terry, was facing end of life following a cancer diagnosis. I was his caregiver, and we were managing at home until we were not. The only option was an admission to an acute care hospital bed. This was heartbreaking time for both of us. Terry was shuffled from room to room. It was noisy. There was no privacy. Visiting hours limited, and I could not stay at night. The night before Terry died, he was moved to a private room. I was able to be with him. I was grieving and I was angry. I lost out on precious time with my husband and felt he was treated in a most undignified way. Had comprehensive hospice services been available, Terry would have died in a peaceful environment, his symptoms better managed, and we would have had more quality time together. I know my grief at losing Terry would not be unchanged, but I also know the experience of watching Terry die could have been better if we had received hospice care. I had to find a way to turn all this grief and anger into something good. That is my why. Each board member and staff working on this program would tell you their story. And I'm sure many of you here this evening would tell us your story too. The need for more hospice beds in Durham is great. I'd like to shift focus now and tell you about our journey over the past 2 years. Our board worked along with architects, consultants, Ministry of Health, Municipality of Clarington, Durham Region, and many other stakeholders to get us ready to tender the project. We received the results and we were $2.5 million over budget. Who knew COVID would have such impacts? We worked hard over the next 6 months to redesign our hospice and reduced our footprint by 3,000 square feet. Second round of tendering, $2 million over budget. The frustration, and yes, at times, the anger was overwhelming. Our board persevered. Failing our community was not an option. We worked even harder, and it seems the third time around was the charm. While our hospice will look different from our original plan, we were successful and now on budget. Throughout all these iterations, our first and foremost priority was ensuring the experience of residents, family, and friends was not compromised. Much like coaching a family through labor and delivery, we know that our hospice will have the space and resources to coach at end of life. How would we spend your generous donation? Let me provide you with a couple examples of items and their costs. A blanket warmer, $8,000. Sleep chair for family, $5,000. We are moving closer to making Marigold Hospice a reality. On behalf of the board of Marigold Hospice Care, I would like to express our gratitude for inviting us here this evening and listening to our story. Thank you.